Let us consider second example. Consider the marks obtained out of 100 by 30 students of class 9th of a school. Now we can see 30 readings over here. Is it possible to arrange these readings in ascending and descending order? Definitely, it is possible. But imagine how much time consuming it will be. No doubt we'll be able to analyze the data later on. But it will be definitely very time consuming. So we'll have to think of another method to arrange this data. If we think of tabulating this data, what will be the columns which we will require? Definitely one column will show us the marks which are obtained by the students. So in the marks column we will have 10, 20, 36 marks, 40 marks, so on and so forth. And in the second column we will write down the number of students who have got those particular marks. So 3 students have obtained 36 marks, 4 students have obtained 40 marks, again 1 student has obtained 95 marks, so on and so forth. Okay, we can use tally marks also to make this table. So we have the number of students who have got those particular marks. That means the 10 marks have occurred. How many times? 56 marks have occurred. How many times? Or 92 marks have occurred 3 times. So the number of times that particular marks have occurred, how rarely or how frequently, is called as the frequency of the data. Depending on this discussion, you can solve question number 1, 6 and 7 from exercise 14.2. This is called as ungrouped frequency distribution table or simply a frequency distribution table.